Yo, this is the Scarcity Studios YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And our sponsors are Alpha Claims and Hire Birmingham, the leading and best accident management company. Get a replacement car anywhere in 1 hour. I really appreciate you joining me today, and this story comes from the Isle of Wight, but the victims are actually in the Philippines. This story highlights the new threat that is posed to children in relation to the ordering and directing of abuse from the comfort of some people's own homes. Peter Tomlinson was the president for the Chamber of Commerce on the Isle of Wight. This is a network of businessmen that actually work together lobbying the government in order to get what they need for the island to prosper in relation to business. And of course, the Isle of Wight is a very small island, 140,000 people that live on it. And their main form of income is tourism. So of course, the president of the Chamber of Commerce would have a lot of influence and would be well respected in the area, as this video from their Facebook page shows that they often have get-togethers and meetings in order to try to find new ways to generate business and revenue. And he has been convicted and jailed for the abuse of several children, all of them in the Philippines, and he spent thousands of pounds ordering the abuse to happen. And from the outside, the Philippines can look like a tourist attraction. There's a lot of islands there, a lot of beauty spots as well, and behind the facade of the cities there is a very deprived slum in Manila, and this is where a lot of this abuse has been occurring. ABC News discovered in an article in 2020 that a lot of this abuse was actually perpetrated by relatives. The latest statistics are only from 2017, so that's 4 years ago, and internet addresses that were based in the Philippines that was showing pornography was 23,000 in 2014, and it had risen to over 81,000 by 2017. That was a 250% increase on IP addresses providing this service to mainly foreign people, and this is why it was so difficult for the authorities to find these sort of cases, because it was when the other country discovered that somebody had been viewing it, then they could then try and safeguard the children. Peter Tomlinson was a businessman and former president of the Commerce, and he's been sentenced to 18 years for child sex abuse offences following a National Crime Agency investigation. He's 63 years old and he admitted 20 charges. 10 of them are paying for the sexual services of a child under 13 by arranging, directing and paying for live streams of the abuse in the Philippines. When arrested by officers in October 2019 at his home in Bering Road in Chxld, he said, "The thing you're looking for is on my computer. It's an escape from my reality. That is all that it is." Tomlinson paid £5,500 over 127 transactions to the Philippines from May 2015 and April 2017 for a mix of live streamed child sex abuse and also adult sex shows. The NCA uncovered evidence that over a 3-year period, he repeatedly paid facilitators for the live streamed abuse of at least 11 young girls. The youngest was 5 years old when the abuse began in January 2019, and he paid £22 to view a live sex show and requested involving the child. In a further exchange in January 2019, he would pay a Filipino woman £7.66 for her to perform a sex act on a 10-year-old. Investigators unearthed thousands of messages from him and the woman that was helping him do it in the country. They were both arrested and the children have been safeguarded. They found 166 lines of chat on Skype, 358 indicated to be video calls, and 3,800 text messages. During those calls, Tomlinson repeatedly said for harder abuse footage and spelled out what he wanted and complained when he didn't receive what he requested. In June 2018, he paid a woman £12.99 and complained, saying for the price, he expected a 30-minute show. Communication with Tomlinson and the woman was at all times of day and night. He even spoke to her when he was at work for the Chamber of Commerce. During an interview with the NCA, he admitted arranging and directing the live stream videos, and his electronic device contained 47 Category A images, 148 Category B, 353 Category C, and 46 extreme images. Tomlinson pled guilty to the initial 12 counts put to him, and this included paying for the abuse of young children and indecent images at Newport Crown Court on the 18th of December 2020. NCA investigators charged him with another 8 offences in February this year after proving that he was responsible for the abuse of another 9 children. And he pled guilty to every single count, and he must serve 18 years in prison. NCA operations manager Phil Eccles said Peter Tomlinson believed he could carry out the sickening offences from the comfort of his own home. He was directly responsible for the heinous abuse of these children thousands of miles away, and live streaming sex crimes exploiting the vulnerable, and in this case the facilitators who helped him to do it were motivated by money. So this is a terrifying story to actually realise the full extent, and also the demand as well, for there to be such a big increase in a short space of time, for people to be broadcasting this. The authorities need to be doing more, and of course we need to be doing more to ensure that children are protected here and around the world. So I really appreciate you joining me for this episode, and thank you to everybody that supports the channel via donations. These videos will not get advertised on, and they will definitely not get recommended. It is down to you to share them in order to get the stories that matter out there. I really appreciate you joining me today. I'll be back again very shortly with some more news. Peace.